Hello students, welcome to the biology class. In our last session, we finished with our very important phylum, that is non-chordata. Today we are going to start with our new phylum, Chordata. All of them possesses notochord, which is the main feature of the phylum Chordata, which persists as such in some or replaced by vertebral column. Animals have dorsal tubular nerve cord, spinal cord in the mid dorsal just above the notochord. All animal possesses paired pharyngeal gill slits in the embryonic stage, which will be functional throughout or is replaced by lungs. A post-anal tail is also present in all animals, either in the embryonic stage or in the adult form. This is the figure in which you will see the various features or the characteristics of the chordata, that is your gill slit, notochord, and that is your nerve cord. So be careful about this diagram also, because sometimes they give you the unlabeled diagram and you have to give the labeling of the diagram. The next is, that is, cephalization is more pronounced and brain sense organs are developed. A true coelom develops from the mesoderm. Paired lateral appendages are present in the form of limbs, fins and flippers. Lateral means side appendages which are present in the form of limbs, fins and flippers. So what are the various characteristics of the notochord and how they are being distinguished from the non-chordata? That is, presence of the notochord, that is the presence, it persists as such or it is replaced by the vertebral column. They are having a dorsal tubular nerve cord, then they are having a paired pharyngeal gill slits, and they are having the post-anal tail. So these are the characteristics of the phylum Chordata, and here we are having the classification of phylum Chordata. So the subphyla is Cephalochordata, Urochordata and Vertebrata. So the phylum Chordata is divided into the three subphylum, that is Cephalochordata, Urochordata and Vertebrata. Cephalo and Ura, they are commonly known as Protochordata, and Vertebrata, they are being divided again into the two super classes depending upon the presence or the absence of jaw. So the first super class is Agnantha and the second one is Gnanthostomata. Agnantha means they lack the jaw, that is jawless, and here they are having the jaw. Again they are being divided into the two class, that is Asterocodermi, which is extinct now, and Cyclostomata. And your Agnanthostomata is divided into the, that is Placodermi, which is extinct, and Chondrichthysis, which means your cartilage fish, and we are having the Ostithys, that is your bony fish, and then Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia. So we will discuss one by one later on, and the first we are going to start with our first subphylum of the phylum Chordata is Cephalochordata. So they are small fish-like marine animal. Body is laterally compressed, elongated and pointed at both the end. So you can see they are pointed at both the end. This is the, you can say, the posterior end, and that is your anterior end, and they are being pointed. They are having the notochord, and pharynx is greatly enlarged and it is provided by the gill slits. Pharynx is surrounded by the large chamber called as an atrium, which opens to the outside by the aperture, that is atriopore is there. Anus is posterior to the atriopore. Notochord that extends from anterior end to posterior end of the body, and it persists throughout the lifetime, means it is not being replaced. It will persist as such, that is in the form of a notochord. No paired fins, but the median fins are present. There is no definite brain, but there is a dorsal tubular nerve cord. Nephridia is the excretory organ. Myotomes, they are visibly externally. Segmentation coelom are well developed. Post-anal tail is present. So these are the various characteristics of your phylum Cephalostomata, and here you can see, Cephalochordata. So here you are having the notochord, and you are having a various, you can say, the dorsal things are present, and we are having the myotomes are there, arthropore is there. So that is your myotomes, and arthropores are there. The anus is at the, you can say, the posterior end is there. So that is the example of your phylum, that is called as the Cephalochordata. The next one is your subphylum, that is your Urochordata. Animals are exclusively marine. Some animals are sedentary, while some are pelagic, but the larvae are free swimming. Sedentary means fixed one. Fine. So notochord is confined only to the tail region in the larval stage and absent in the adult one. So the body is covered by tunic of the cellulose like material, and they are being described as tunicates. Nerve cord is tubular and dorsal in the larva stage, but generally reduced in the adult stage. Pharynx is enlarged and has many gill slits. Larva undergoes the retrogressive metamorphosis. So these are the various characteristics of the phylum Urochordata. The next subphylum is Vertebrata. This is very important. Notochord is present in embryonic stage and is replaced by the vertebral column in adults. That's why the name is Vertebrata. Brain is well developed and it is protected by the cranium. So they have a closed circulatory system with ventral heart, 2, 3, 4 chambers. So fish, then amphibians, then reptilia, then mammals. So accordingly, we are having 2, 3 or 4 chamber heart. Hemoglobin is red in color, that is your erythrocytes or RBCs. The kidney for the excretion and the osmoregulation. They have well developed nervous system, endocrine system for control and coordination. Paired lateral appendages are present in the form of limbs, fins and flippers. Post-anal tail is mostly present in the adult, and the subphylum is divided into 2 superclasses, that is your Agnantha, and the second one is Gnanthostoma, that is with jawless and with the jaw. So the superclass which is jawless, that is being present, that is jawless vertebrates are there, that is Agnantha is there. The jaws are absent. Paired lateral appendages are absent, and the class of the superclass is Cyclostomata. Cyclo means, cycle means circular, stomata means opening, means they are having a circular opening. The animals have a circular, then suctorial mouth without jaws, suck karne wala mouth, that is without the jaws. They are ectoparasite on some fish, means they are being attached on the outer surface of the fish as a parasite which take the food, nourishment, shelter from the fish. They have elongated bilateral symmetrical body. The body is devoid of scales and paired fins, so no scales, no fins are present. Pharynx, they bears the 6 to 15 pairs of the gill slits for the respiration. Cranium, vertebral column are cartilaginous, they are not hard. Circulation is closed type. Animals are marine but migrate to the fresh water for the swamping. After swamping, they dive within the few days. Then they have a larva metamorphs into the adult and return to the sea. So these are the example is your hagfish is there. So this is about your jawless class with the class Cyclostomata. The another one we are having the super class, that is agnanthostomata, and the jaws are present. Paired lateral appendages are also present, and they are having a 6 classes with the living membranes. So these 6 classes we will discuss in our next sessions. So go through this very slowly, try to copy down, consult your NCERT for the same. Till then, stay home, stay healthy. Thank you.